It's interesting when we talk about real estate, we don't get all that many follows or likes or anything like that. But the second that we come together and do something special, like as a couple, like I could just throw my head over her shoulder when she's saying something and people are like, oh, and they see that and it's amazing. The couple thing has been helpful.
That's our strength for sure, is that we have like that chemistry.
Have you noticed you get a little boost when you do it together?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
More I get, because we heavily focus on my Instagram. We have a team, like Holly and Chris Instagram. Chris has his own Instagram, but he doesn't post.
Some of our favorite neighborhoods are Hidden Hills,
the Oaks of Calabasas,
Colfax Meadows,
Morrison Ranch Estates,
North Ranch Country Club, and the lake at Westlake Village.
I can see when people like things, more.
Right.
And it's always like, I'm like, oh, we're going to need to post another video because you need to get in the video with me because that's what people like.
Or happen in, when she's doing something and just do something stupid,
Yeah.
People just love it. And every time something comes up about marriage or relationship, it's like almost the most important. It's almost more important than real estate.
Yeah.
But I think also people tell us that they love the fact that we can work together, and that is like inspiring. So I think that's probably mostly why it's like, oh, people can work together and not each other.
My gut feeling tells me that you two have gotten very comfortable with very specific roles. Am I right?
You're good.
It's interesting because we were always told to put ourselves in roles and we could never do it, but it just kind of naturally fell into a place where we know what we're doing.
Yeah, our coach like about a year ago, he's like, you guys really need to figure out what your roles are. And we're like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
But you have to structure it that way.
Yeah. Now it's so funny because now, like a year later, it's like, oh yeah, very, very clear.
And did that evolve, or did you specifically say, you shut up now and I get to talk?
Well, it evolved due to our history. I mean, I'm a financial operations guy.
Yeah.
So I'm an ops guy. So I tend to want to build the business in a very organized way, in a way that we're offering procedures and systems and things like that.
Right.
And she's just incredible on social media and face to face. And so I feel like I'm second when it comes to face to face stuff.
Well, when I met Chris, I saw that he wasn't like fully engaged in real estate. And we met at Keller Williams actually.
Yeah.
But I saw like his strengths and I go, wow, that'd be so amazing if I had somebody that could do that with me.
Right.
That way I don't have to worry about that. I can say, hey, I just went and showed these properties and they want to write an offer on this one. Can you write it? Okay, next. Now I'm going to move to this. Okay, we've got this listing, He comes to me, we do work together.
Yeah.
But then we separate to get that job done, meaning like if it's a listing or an escrow or whatever. So
so you're equal in the outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found that in fact I was talking to a guy who owned a company just probably 2 weeks ago. We were talking about this issue exactly. And that is because I got to a point with my company where I just refused for people to be partners. Mm-hmm. And I said, if you're going to be a partner, you're going to sit down, you're going to make a contract, because they all end. Yeah. They all end.
Yeah.
And they usually end up, but they start because people say, well, you have something I don't have and I have something you don't have. You guys kind of didn't start like that, really. I mean, it sounded, you saw a little bit of something in him that maybe you were missing, well, there was
the love factor too. So there was also those missing pieces that each other needed. So I think that, I don't know, it worked out really well. I was at a point in my career when I met Chris where I was like, I'm ready to like break free from the partnership I was in and really just be on my own, because I'm kind of like, I'm very like anxious and I'm like kind of a driver. And so I was like, listen, I got things I want to do. I'm branding myself. I'm doing these things. And so as I'm breaking off and then switching over to the agency at the time, that's when Chris and I got together. And I was like, get over here. Let's go.
I branded us way earlier though.
You did.
I got the domain name. And
before I ask what branded means, I'm afraid of that. So, okay, we'll talk about branded and not the love life, okay?
It was all about love.
It's all business. I just said it's all business.
I said it was all about love when I did it.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, true.
So, okay, so now you started dabbling in this video.
Yes.
Dabbling is kind of a way to put it, right? I mean,
No,
what do you think of my beard? That's a dabble, I think.
I didn't know, but that was 2 years after I was already doing
Oh, you're
video.
already into it, okay. So
way past that. Yeah. I mean, and also, as you know, like the video has just continued to evolve. So in the beginning, I was doing video, no one was doing it. So like it was Tom Ferry saying, get your face in front of the camera. And I'm like, okay, I'll get my face in front of the camera. I was like popping him, like putting his YouTube channel on and listening to him while I was getting ready in the morning to get all amped up to get, going. And so I just started doing that, and Keeping Current Matters reached out to me and was like, what are you doing and how are you doing this?
Right.
Can we pick your brain? And I was like, okay.
We got that from quite a bit. The agency did the same thing. We were marketing ourselves, and we were kind of not using them that well because we weren't like about their brand necessarily. We were about our brand.
Right.
And people were getting shut down for things they're doing. And meanwhile, we get a call and like, how are you doing that?
Really?
Just like the editing and stuff like that.
They're kind of good at that. I mean, as a company.
Not at the time. Like, not at the time.
It was early.
Again, nobody was really doing video. Like, I had people really encouraging me to do it. And so I was doing it. And then when Chris started, still, you're not doing it.